Hey fans, people into webs, it's me, Salvage T1, back for another Star Trek, the official Starships collection review. This issue is 64, I don't know what that one is, the Phoenix. Eagle Moss, you've left the name off the ship, off the bottom there. Anyway, yes, I've got my computer back, woo! It came back yesterday. I have been missing Majel quite a lot. Yes, I've named my computer Majel. Take you a moment to get the reference. There we are. So yeah, I'm going to be doing, as per the title page, The Phoenix, issue number 64. So we'll get correct, and as per usual, excuse me, you get the magazine and you get the ship itself, but more on that in a little bit. So, here's the magazine as usual. So, Phoenix, type, experimental warship, invented by Zefram Cochrane, launched April the 5th, 2063. You should all know that, it's history. 20 metres without rocket, crew 3, max speed, warp 1. I think it's warp 1.5, I think they managed to get it to. Beautiful CG render of the aft section there, really nice, really cool. Phoenix was constructed largely from salvage parts, despite the makeshift appearance of the true rudimentary warp nacelles, not that different from the ones used in the 24th century. And then it shows you some more images from Star Trek First Contact, the movie it was in. Another beautiful CG render of it there as well. Then we got the topographical view, which is always pretty cool, always nice to see. Yep, pretty cool. What else? Got some data feeds here. Posterity recorded Zefram Cochrane as a hero and a visionary. In the years following his warp flight, his theories were taught at schools, and Geordie Forge even went to Zefram Cochrane High School. In reality, somewhat different. As Cochrane was often drunk, he claimed his motives were purely to make a buck off scientific discovery. He even said he was merely wanted to retire a tropical island where naked girls would run around naked, you know. So he's all about the boobies, which is not a bad thing, really. Drunk, women, and lots of money. Sounds like heaven to me. And then Star Trek on constantly. Yeah, that is heaven. That's pretty much heaven. Anyway, I'm detracting there. Warp displays. Inside the Phoenix cockpit, there were two computer relays that referred to as warp drive as a space warp generator. The speed of light as 1,080 million kilometers per hour. That fast. I think Voyager was 9.975. I think it works out at 4 billion kilometers a second. That's even faster. About the 24th century, the Phoenix was on display at the Smithsonian Institution. Captain Picard had seen the exhibit many times as a child, but he was never allowed to touch it, something he always wanted to do. According to Commander Riker, the moon in the 24th century had 50 million people living on it. He told Zefram Cochrane, on a clear night you could see Tycho City, New Berlin, and Lake Armstrong. And then we've got designing the Phoenix, and I always like this section, and it goes through some design drawings there, and then I think it's a John Eves ship, I think. Yeah, of course it is. It's a John Eves one. I think because he did quite a lot for First Contact. I think he did next he designed the Enterprise E, didn't he, as well, yeah. You can always tell a John Eves ship. Yeah, and then there's a sort of a preliminary one there, looking a bit more futuristic than it really should there. But, you know, that's still pretty cool. Then showing you the sequence of it taking off. So you've got your missile taking off there, separation, and then you've got the extendable nacelles coming out there, which is always cool. Then we've got creating the costumes for First Contact, which is okay, I guess, but I mean, it's people have been criticising the magazine a bit in terms of when it's a ship like this, which has only been in like say one episode or one movie or something like that. That it's only got there's only a finite amount of information on it, so they've got to expand the magazine with something else. And it's nice to read about other things regarding Star Trek, so they can throw in there. And it is related due to the fact that these are costumes for the First Contact film, the 21st century part of it, which is pretty cool. So you've got all the various crew members. You've got Beverly, Data, LaForge, and Troy. Troy looking rather hot with that bit of a sexy goth look going on there. It's very nice. Then you got the Vulcan dress as well, which is pretty cool. It's nice to see all this kind of stuff. And then on screen, of course, it was in Star Trek First Contact. It was also in the opening of Enterprise as well. And you see it on the desk as a model in Star Trek Into Darkness, which, because it's so bad, if you look at the initials, it's STID, sexually transmitted infectious disease. Oh, that's not the right initials to have, is it, really? So it just tells you about those films. But anyway, the actual launch vehicle seen in the silo that powered the Phoenix through the atmosphere and into space was a Titan II missile. It was renamed as a Titan V rocket for Star Trek First Contact, even though no actual rocket of that name ever existed. Star Trek technical consultant Michael could explain, I had a couple of sets of lettering made up for the label. Label ship as Titan V vehicle. I picked Titan V because the Air Force officer assigned to the film told me... Who was an Air Force officer? Cool. There were no plans to build a vehicle by that name, and I wanted to keep the legacy of the Titan name. Well, that's pretty cool. Model maker Greg Ginn built the conjectural model of Zefram Cochrane's warp spacecraft for the first edition of Star Trek Chronology in 1993, where it was known as the Bonaventura. This model, minus the warp nacelles, appeared on the Malon ship in Star Trek Voyager episode Juggernaut, which is... You can just make it out here. Pretty cool. Phoenix was, of course, a bird from Greek mythology that dies in the slow flames for ascending from the ashes of its predecessors. Zefram Cochrane painted the creature onto the hull of the warp ship. Because, as you do, and I can't read anymore. What's that about? Anyway, so that's the magazine, and you get the top view on the back there as well. So put that over there. Now onto the ship itself. Now, I actually really like this one. When I can get it off the stand. And there it is. It's really, really, really nice. It's got some really nice blue plastic in the nacelles, some orange plastic in the buzzard collectors there. But overall, the detail on it is actually really good. This is a really good model. It's from a ship that they could have really not done, and I wouldn't have missed it. But they've done it, and it's really nice. You've even got detail in the booster there as well. You've got all this sculpted detail. I can't talk. Sculpted detail. I'm guessing that's where the warp core is. Unless it's in the. Actually, no. Probably it's in the middle. In the middle. Of the cylinder section here, there, and then you've got, this would obviously be the probably antimatter storage pods here, and then you got the cockpit there at the front, which is always really cool. It'd be nice if you had clear windows in there, but you can't have everything. No, I really like it. It's a really good model. There's not a lot to be said on it, but the sculpted detail is fantastic. Look, you've got all this down here, you've got all this along here, you've even got it on the top, you've even got it on the nacelles there as well. It'd be nice if you could retract them in and out. I wouldn't mind paying a few more quid to get retractable nacelles, but it is what it is. And a fella on the forums there, a fella on the first group page, known as Ian Fox, managed to do that. Probably took him some great effort to do it. And I'm like, dude, I'll throw in a few quid if you can make man do that as well. But you know, it is what it is. It's pretty cool. You know, and it just stands on its stand rather nicely. On the bottom, it just says the Phoenix as usual, and the plastic connector, and you connect it. It's a bit tricky, this one. There we are. Sometimes, a couple of times I've tried putting it on the stand. It's a bit tricky, and it stands on the stand, and it stands really nice. I really do like this one, and I'm really glad they included it. It seems that the sort of hero ships have been really good, and this one especially. That's got to be in my top 10 so far, I think. It's a really good one. Really, really, really good one. If you're cherry picking, I would suggest you get this one. I think it's a really, I keep saying really, really. It's very nice. I really like it a lot. I didn't think I would. When you're reading the magazines and you look in the coming next issue, and I looked in there and I'm like, Phoenix, yeah. But now I have it. It took an age to turn up as well. But now I have it. I really like it. I'm so glad I actually own this one now as well. I think it's the first time I've actually owned this. But it's one of those ships that, like I say, they could have done without, and I would have never missed it. But now that they've done it, I'm really happy that they did. Go out and buy it if you can still get hold of it. So that's me. That's the Phoenix, and I will catch you next time on a magic carpet ride. Adios.